Okay, well, I just finished a great interview with Randy Peters, who was the owner with Lisa Peters of 105 Noshery. So this is actually going to be the next video you're going to see, but I do want to apologize in advance. At the beginning, you're going to see me walking through this amazing restaurant, except the sound quality is not good. So don't worry about what I was saying, but just take a look at what the restaurant provides. And what's really cool about 105 Noshery is there's different areas for seating. So we were inside where the bar is, and that bar is fabulous, and we'll talk about all the spirits and things that it has to offer. And then there's outdoor seating where the actual herb garden is. So a lot of their drinks and food, they use the herb garden. And then we also talk about right outside is the Nosh Club. Here I am in the event center, which you'll see, but I just want to apologize in advance the beginning of the interview with Randy Peters.
Starting half-hour power hour a little bit earlier because this restaurant already, even before noon, is super crazy busy. So if you've been listening and waiting to see what half-hour power hour is about today, we are here in Roseville at 105 Noshery. And if you are not familiar with this amazing hot spot, please stay and listen because we are going to meet the owner, Randy Peters, with Randy and Lisa Peters, who is the creator of 105 Noshery. This is the latest hot spot, and just so you know, we are on segment 3. We are in the series, and we are in episode 1 for summer series. So we're going to kind of look at the restaurant just because it's loud and fun and crazy, even now at 11:45. And then we're going to go and meet with Randy Peters and take a sample look at their menu. Come on. You come in.
Do you have two?
Oh, right there. Okay. So here we're going to walk through the restaurant. I know it's kind of loud. We're going to go to the bar. You're going to see they have 3 types of seating. They have indoor seating, patio seating, and we're also going to talk about the Here is the bar area, and we actually have 171 spirits, and I think like over 40 types of bourbon. So if you like bourbon, this is the place you're going to go, and they have amazing happy hour too. And look at this. This is how we put their drinks together. So again, this is the
99% sure I'll get there.
We're going to go ahead and take a look and we're going to go to the event center. See how crazy the light is? We're super blessed to be here at 105 Noshery in Roseville. So we're just leaving the restaurant. We're going to go over to the event center. Oh, hey, how are you? I'm sorry. We're talking. See, there's other people that I know that are actually here. So we are inside the event center. So I just appreciate you guys. We took a quick walk through 105 Noshery. And but we're going to be putting information on the site for you because you've got to take a look. This place is amazing, and right next door is the Noshery Club, which is really the local hotspot as well. So we're going to walk through the event center, and this is where Randy and Lisa Peters, this is where they started here before 105 Noshery, but they have a great history here. And there's all kinds of events here, and they have a great catering company as well. So come on through. And I've actually been to a 40-year-old birthday party here, and this is really a neat place. If you are doing any catering events, this is another one of their many rooms that you can actually book. But let's go take a peek and let's introduce, I want to introduce you all to Randy Peters. Hello, Mr. Randy.
Hey, Jill. How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you. Thank you. It's nice to see you. It's good to have you in the house.
Thank you so much. And look at what you already have prepared for me. Do I look that big of an eater?
No, you don't.
Okay.
But you know what? I know you like my food.
I do.
I've been feeding you, I think, maybe close to 30 years.
Yes,
so
you have.
I do know that you like it.
So thank you so much, Randy,
Oh,
and
it's
I
my pleasure.
appreciate your time. So as we were kind of going through, we actually went through the restaurant. It's
Am I
getting
busy?
very
Is it
crowded.
okay over there?
Yeah,
Do I
you're
need to
busy.
go up?
You
Do I-
probably do, but I appreciate you staying here
It's
with
okay.
us. So those of you who are joined us for Half Hour Power Hour, we are in the summer series. We're super thankful that we are here with Randy Peters of 105 Noshery. And if you guys don't know about 105 Noshery, you're going to learn all about it here. And I do want to start with a little bit of a background of Randy and Lisa Peters, because actually they are always so grateful of their community support, but we're also grateful for them because of what they have brought to our community. So and what I really like about 105 Noshery and your history is really a lot of your customer service. But I do want to just step back for 1 or 2 minutes before we get into the fun food and menu. Tell us a little bit about your history of how you even created 105 Noshery, why you chose this spot, because this is like a historical spot. So give us a little information on that.
So 6 years ago, this property right here at 105 Vernon Street is 14,333 square feet.
Oh my gosh, it's
And so we knew we were leaving Auburn. We were busting out of the seams. That's where our catering was. So we were over in Citrus Heights on Auburn Boulevard. And we had sold Bonita Ray's about, 10, 11 years ago. And we needed a new room. I love Vernon Street. I love what Vernon Street represents. I love downtown Roseville. And so we came here, purchased the building, and we knew we wanted to have an event center. So this is one of our rooms. This is called the boardroom. And then we have the Rose Room, Roseville Rose Room.
Okay.
So the Rose Room handles about 175 people. This does about 24, 26 people. And as we were building it and designing it, where the Noshery's at, we were inside that room, and Lisa says, well, what do you want to put in here? Do you want to put another banquet room? What do you want to do? You want to make this offices? And I said, now this is 6 years ago. We hadn't talked about doing another restaurant. And I said, well, I want to build another restaurant. And Lisa got up off the floor. She said, you want to do what? Yeah. I said, I want to do another restaurant. I said, it's time. I said, Lisa, we're going on 12 years. I miss restaurants. I miss that one-on-one sitting down with. I said, we've been doing restaurants our whole life. And I said, the catering is awesome. We're blessed. We're humbled at the community and what we do. We're humbled at how many people we employ. I said, but it's time for another restaurant. So at that time, she said, okay, great. We were going to call it a bistro. And so when you Google bistros in Placer County, there's only about 199. Oh. So we just thought,
that was smart not to do that.
It's and so Lisa has a good friend, a young lady by the name of Renee. They were out to lunch, and I was struggling with the word bistro. We were going to call it 105 Bistro. Okay. And so they got to talking, and Renee says, well, why don't we call it, so what do you do when you eat? You nosh. Well, nosh is a Jewish, a Hebrew term. And so when you're noshing, you're eating small plates and you're gathering of your family.
Okay.
Back in the 70s, mid-70s, bars down in LA, down in Southern California where we're from, we would put together these nosh bars to entice people to come and drink. And so we just said, Noshery. So we called it 105 Noshery.
Oh,
and
okay.
so it's amazing when you talk with people and they'll say, we'll talk about 105 Noshery, and I'll say, do you know what that means? And they'll go, absolutely. My grandmother would kill me if I didn't tell you what it is. Okay. And you can always tell if someone is Jewish or Hebrew. Okay. Because they know what noshing means.
Okay, got it. Okay.
That's where that came from.
And just to kind of go back when you started with the event center here, because I had been here, has it really been 6 years?
It's been 6 years.
Okay.
We're humbled.
Okay. And time went by fast. I remember Lisa bringing me through the restaurant, or not the restaurant, the kitchen.
Yes.
The kitchen is fabulous and spotless.
Thank you.
That
very much
is
so. We're very proud. We've got a great team. Chef Angel, who runs our food and beverage.
Desserts, though, with the catering side.
Amen.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh, when we were here at the pavilion, we were celebrating a birthday, and we all celebrated. We all shared.
Mud pie.
Yes.
So there's a young lady that is, her name, she owns Better Than Brittle. Her name is Capri.
Okay.
And she's a rock star in her own, and she's just done so well with this company. And I said, Capri, I said, what do you do? I've been to her shop, I've watched her cut it. And I said, what do you do with all those crumbs? She goes, I just package them up and give them to friends and stuff. I said, can you do me a favor? Can you pack that in a 25-pound box for me? And when you start selling it to me, let's make some money for you. Let me buy 25 pounds at a time. And so that's our crust. So we take this incredible product that she produces, and brittle, and then we add more butter to it, and then we put it in a springform pan, 10-inch springform pan, and then we add Strauss's vanilla bean ice cream.
Okay. Oh,
Strauss is
that's
one of the
delicious.
best dairies in the United States. It's just incredible, all natural, just a incredible company. And so we put that Strauss's vanilla bean ice cream, and then we make, in the South, where I was originally born and from, there's a thing called gravy, breakfast chocolate gravy, and you do chocolate gravy and biscuits in the morning. And because Southerners think that everything should have something sweet at the table.
Yeah.
And so we make our own chocolate gravy for our biscuits because we serve
Oh my.
chocolate gravy and biscuits. And so we put that on the top of this mud pie, and then we use the Strauss's whipped cream, and so that whipped cream goes on there. And then we top it with some more brittle. So
It was heaven.
People
and
tend to
we
like it.
ate the entire
Yeah.
thing. There was not one thing on. And Randy, honestly, I don't even really eat dessert.
Right.
I love cookies. Like that'll be my go-to if I want something sweet. But there was no way that came, and I'm like, oh, where is my spoon? It was so
thank you.
And the service oh gosh, what was her name? Jordan? Is there?
Yes, Jordan,
Okay,
very
she
good. I'm
was
impressed.
amazing.
Yeah, she is
Oh,
good.
she
She's a great
was
lady.
on it, and there
Amen.
was 6 of us, and we kept ordering. She was on it, so that
Good.
was just a side
Amen.
note because I love your service.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of go back to this. Let's look. Talk to me about these drinks.
So all of our drinks are on here. We had a young lady who is now our GM. It's Justine.
Okay, Justine,
And she
yeah.
opened up as our bar manager. Not bar manager, but we called her a publican. So in this, I researched for almost 6 months this menu. And a publican is a term that was used in England, and it was someone in the 1880s, 1890s. It was someone that owned a pub or ran a pub, cafe type thing. And I didn't want to call her a bar manager. I didn't want to call her, the head bartender. I said, Justine, what do you think about a publican? And she goes, you mean a Republican? I said, no, a publican. So I explained to her what it was. And she said, let me think about this. She came back next day and she goes, I love that term. She goes, so she's our publican / GM now.
Okay.
But she and I sat and talked about what we wanted. Like we said, we've got over 175 spirits. We have over 16. Well, when you add the Nosh Club in, so we have 20 handles of different types of beer that we carry, all kinds of different cocktails, and we have an herb wall that we bring the mint
Yes,
from, and
yeah, that's
all
super
kinds of stuff
cool.
from that. And so she just created these incredible drinks, smashes, cocktails, and then we also wanted to order very unique and different type of glassware. We wanted it logoed. We wanted people to know where they were at. We wanted people to walk in and go, you know what, 2020 sucked, and it was really bad, but this is nice. I get to have a respite. I get to feel normal again. And so that's what we tried to put together. So this right here, this is called what is that called? I'm sorry. It is, don't be made. It's called a Merche Sauvage.
Yes, that was. We
Okay.
were trying to figure that out.
So this is gin and champagne and raspberries, blackberries,
I'll try
and it is fantastic.
Okay,
So-
it's the gin and champagne.
Yes.
Okay,
There you go.
we're trying it. I'm just gonna take in this. Okay, gin and champagne. Let's take.
Isn't that good?
I think
You know why?
that-
But you know what's dangerous
Yeah,
about it?
you
You can
drink.
drink those things really fast.
Yeah.
And so this is one of our smashes. She's done a great job on the smashes.
I'll try
So
the
this is our
smashes.
vodka. So we use a vodka called Cass 1854.
Okay.
Most people, that's a call. That's either a call, you call for it. But that's our well vodka. I wanted to show this guy off. This guy's Anthony.
Oh,
He does
okay.
a great job. He makes
Okay.
it local right here in Rancho
I love
Cordova.
vodka.
And
Okay.
so that's Cass 1854. So it's got vodka in it. It's got grapefruit in it. It's got a little lemon juice in it. And it's got some herbs in it and strawberries. It's killer too. Is that bomb or what?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I think I could be by the pool. And
Yes,
drinking that.
absolutely. I can shake that up and make that to go for you. So if you're going to go out, so
Okay, so and I'm not a heavy. Okay, this is what I like because I didn't know what you were going to be serving here, and I'm more of like a wine champagne. This is delicious,
It is.
and I'm not a gin drinker. This is delicious. This is real. I'm gonna have a nice.
really good.
And remember I told you, I'm like, well, I really don't want to be drinking alcohol because it's 12:15.
Good. I knew when you took a sip, you would take another one. So,
Oh my gosh, that is delicious. Okay.
We do, you know, she just did some great stuff. She's got a great mind.
Yeah, who creates? Is she the creator?
She's the creator.
Okay.
She's fantastic. She does just an incredible job. I told her how I felt about Bloody Marys, how I just love Bloody Marys. She created this incredible Bloody Mary that people just love, and people just really, really enjoy our Bloody Marys.
And you know what? So Bloody Marys, mostly we kind of think about breakfast, and you serve breakfast, and a lot of people don't know that. And you serve breakfast up until a late time, actually.
We're open at 11 o'clock till about 10 o'clock, Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
And then on Saturday and Sunday, we open up at 9 o'clock, and we stay open. And on Saturday, it's 10 o'clock. On Sunday, it's 4 o'clock. So I believe people, because of COVID, I did a lot of adjustments. We're closed on Monday. In my 53 years of being in the business, I've never closed on a Monday. And I've never opened up except later than 7 o'clock in the morning. And so that, I totally said, give me a break. Look how I'm adjusting on this. I'm agreeing with you. We will not open at 7 o'clock. We'll open up at 11 o'clock Tuesday through.
You did adjust.
So,
yeah. Okay.
But I think that people love breakfast a lot. People there's nothing better than to be able to come and eat breakfast for lunch or breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
And so we created some things that people can order this anytime. We've got some breakfast sandwiches that's great at dinner time. And so it works out well for us.
That's really good.
We make our biscuits from scratch every single day. We wanted
Those
people
are
to taste
delicious, too.
our eggs are from a company called Local Yolk, and they're out of Pilot Hills, and they're free range. These eggs hatch anywhere they want. They eat grasshoppers and worms and
yeah, that's good to know.
And I mean, most people have never had an egg like that, and so that egg, a normal egg, costs you 17 to 20 cents, but that free range eating worms and grasshoppers, that's 47 cents an egg.
It's
and we
interesting.
wanted those people to taste that difference.
How nature costs more.
Yes, it does, especially now.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, actually.
They are a great partner, as so many of our vendors and partners. They went out and I think they bought an additional 225 birds so that they could supply us and give us what we need. Because we told them what we were going to use, and they said, I don't have that many birds.
Yeah, so they have to do
went out and
their
bought
part
birds.
too.
Yeah.
And I do like on your website too, because you do thank your partners.
Absolutely.
And everything on your website.
We're nothing.
So.
You're nothing without your employees, and you're nothing without your partners. We can't do this by ourselves, especially as old as I am.
People, but it's the back people who are our support group.
100%.
Okay, so I do want to talk about these two items here, and then I definitely want to talk about the Nosh Club and what we can expect this summer, because summer's pretty much here.
Yes,
okay,
amen. So we talked about the burger. It eats like $1 million. I think it's fantastic. All of our burgers are great. They're wonderful. This is our garlic shrimp. This is our appetizer. It's our #1 appetizer that we sell. It's with buttered toast points. It's garlic shrimp. I think we got like 6 there. I'm not really sure, 6 or 7. And it's just buttery garlic, rich flavor that's just incredible. People love the heck out of it. People order this, so it's served with 3, but usually we tell people, I walk by, I see the shrimp gone, but you got about this much of the butter sauce in there. So we usually bring 3 or 4 more, because there's nothing better than dipping those and just eating that garlic butter. It's outstanding.
I've ordered by itself just for me. I don't share
for a meal.
this.
People love it. Amen.
This is a favorite for sure. Okay.
Absolutely.
And
People
you
like
had this on your grand opening week.
We did.
Yeah, and I normally wouldn't have that. I just wanted to try something different versus the norm, and that got me hooked. So thank you for sharing that.
Chef Eric, our exec, just did a great job. He came to me and said, Randy, he said, I played with this before. I think that we should be serving this. And I said, go, dude. So we put it in the skillet. We tell everybody that be really careful, don't touch it, because I mean it comes out and it's smoking hot.
Yeah, it is.
It's smoking hot.
It's delicious. Okay, so this I haven't tasted this yet, so I'm going to soon.
The broccoli tots. So I wanted to. Everybody wants to do tots, yams, all kinds of stuff. So when Chef Eric and I were talking, I said, dude, I want to do broccoli tots. I want them to give the connotation of healthy, but it is being deep fried. So we don't, And so he put it together, came back, and he had these little things that looked like tater tots. And I walked up and I said, "What's that, chef?" He goes, "Those are broccoli tots." And I said, No. I said, "That's not, I'm sorry, forgive me, chef, I didn't mean that. What I want whole broccoli that we dip in egg and we dip in flour, and then we deep fry it, we bring it up, and we put Parmesan on it and serve it with our Parmesan ranch." And he goes, "Oh." So, and people love the heck out of this. People eat this, they tell their mind this is healthy. What we do, because we have...
tell their mind this is healthy.
Well,
I told my mind that Jake's burger was healthy.
Yeah, amen. So Jake, just a side note, every time Jake comes in and orders that, he always goes, "Go find Pop," and they come out, and I go, "Hey, yeah, son, what do you need, buddy?" He goes, "Dad, or Pop, I don't want the egg, and I don't want, and the bacon, I want it on the side because I want to take it home with me." I go, "Okay, Jake, no problem, whatever you want." So we use a lot of almond flour and for gluten-free, and so you can request this. You can just say, "Can you make my broccoli tots gluten-free?" And so we just stuff it in gluten-free.
That's good to know, and I'm going to try it right now.
Amen.
Okay, so
I'm going to bring it over to you.
Thank you. And you said this is a Parmesan ranch.
Parmesan ranch, so we take a normal ranch, and then we put a lot of Parmesan in it, a few more herbs than normal, and we think it's pretty dang good.
Do you want one?
No.
Are you sure?
Do you know I don't eat our food that often?
Well, I think.
You know I don't drink anymore either. Now that doesn't mean that I stopped, but I think since we opened this, I think I've only had one cocktail since we opened.
Really?
Yeah. I was thinking about the other day. I said I need to have a cocktail. I need to have wine.
Right.
Because you just get going. You know how you get in ruts.
Oh.
You do it. You know.
Oh, yes. And my sister was with me, and she's my assistant, and together we were working for a week, and she's like, "Can we stop and eat? I'm hungry." And I'm like, "Oh, we haven't eaten all day," because you just keep going and going and going.
I don't eat the meals. Now Lisa will sit down with guests and eat meals, but I'll go. I taste everything every single day. I look at the temperatures, but I have to admit that my favorite thing to do. We make our own chili too, and it's called Kick-Ass Chili, and I love the chili. So I get just a little souffle about this size of the chili, and I take a half a piece of bacon, and I eat that with the chili because I love our bacon. I think it's the best.
Okay, yeah,
People will come in and order our bacon by the pound to go.
Oh my! Oh, really? That's
They order it raw.
know. Okay.
Yeah. So.
And then we skipped over the fries. How do you? Those
Those are beer battered fries. I'll be very.
Beer battered fries.
I'm very transparent though. This is what we call a ready to use product. The name of the company is Lamb Wesson.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make better fries than Lamb Wesson.
Okay.
I
Okay,
just
that's
can't.
Yeah.
And I went to the chef one day. I said, "Chef, how do you feel about us making fries?" He goes, "Randy, please don't make me do that. Please don't make me do that."
Okay.
So this.
You want to focus on this stuff versus.
Well, and it's great. People love our fries because it comes in, you deep fry it. It's got a beer batter on it. It's frozen. Lamb Wesson, this is what they do for billions of people, and they're a hell of a lot smarter than I am.
Okay.
So we use Lamb Wesson.
Okay, well you're smart to know
Yes.
where to focus.
Amen.
Okay, so this is amazing, you guys, and thank you so much because this menu is nuts, and this was really delicious.
Amen. Good.
Okay, so let's talk about because you also have just the Nosh bites.
So that's a menu just set up for the Nosh Club.
Okay, let's talk about the Nosh Club. Okay, we talked a little bit about it because of the music, and I've been to the Nosh Club. There's I think, just depending on who I'm taking. If I'm taking my parents, I'll probably be in the main.
Right.
If I'm doing a big birthday celebration with some people, I want to be in pavilion, but that's going to change. And then if I just want to go have a happy hour, a couple cocktails with friends, listen to music, I'm going to the Nosh Bar.
Amen.
Which I'm so glad you guys created, because
Thank you.
now this is another place we can finally start to live
Yep.
and go to. Talk
Yep.
about the Nosh.
So I talked a little bit about it in January. We reopened with the Nosh Club. It's most of all the furniture out there is mainly from my house or my office. So I told Lisa, I said,
Oh my God.
I said, just trust me on this.
Uh-huh.
I said, let me outfit it. Let me set it up like a kind of a speakeasy. I said, we won't spend a lot of money. I said, I have a barber chair out there that I've had since I was 18 years old. I've had it, and it was made. It's a 1947, 1953 barber chair. And I said, we'll put the barber chair out there. We'll have this antique. I said, we'll just put things from my office and from the house. And so, and it is, it's very comfortable. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 lounging couches.
And you have the bar out there.
You have the bar. We bought it, sadly, very sadly, there was a winery that was a wine bar that went out of business, and she called us and she said, would you like to buy my bar? And we said, yes, we would.
Okay.
But one of the casualties of COVID. So we bought that bar. That bar is there. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 handles for different varieties of beer. That is a limited menu as far as our alcohol. Not all 170 flavors are out in the Nosh Club. And so we do music to Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday day, Sunday day.
Who plays here? What kind of music?
Oh gosh, it's anything. I mean, you've got Cliff Huey plays here. You've got Ken Cohen plays here.
Is Cliff the country guy?
Yes,
he's so good.
He's really good.
He's like, yeah, because Amy knows music inside and out.
We've got Capri Suns plays, D.D. James plays. I'm moving around 35 different bands and musicians right now.
And who's in charge of that?
Me. I do all the bookings.
Okay.
So, and they're great people. They're awesome. We take great care of them. Again, you must have a partnership with everyone. And when you're in trouble, if someone cancels or you're stupid and you forgot a date, I mean, last week I missed a date and I didn't have anybody for last night, and I called James. He's D.D. James, and he's got a trio, and he has a single. He does it by himself. And I said, buddy, I'm in trouble. I said, can you work on Wednesday? He said, Rand, no problem, buddy. He said, what you do for the musicians in Placer County? He said, slam dunk, no problem. So, and that's a relationship.
It's relationships,
and so when they call us, and one of my musicians called me or emailed me this morning and says, Randy, I've got a conflict. He said, but I already replaced it with a great blues guy. And so we're all working like this because you do not do anything on your own. If you think you're an island, you're gonna go under.
Yeah,
so
you'll be that island by yourself. Yeah.
So we love the music. People love the music. We've had pretty good success with it. I'm very proud of the musicians that come out here and their attitude. And there's a group called Aunt B. When Aunt B plays, they play the last Saturday of every month. It's crazy.
Last Saturday of every month.
It's pretty crazy. It's just kind of.
Do we need to wrap up? Okay. Okay.
It kind of reminds me of my bar days. It's like, oh my gosh, there's people everywhere. So anyway.
So Randy, I mean, I've known you and Lisa for years and years, and it's funny when you bring up Citrus Heights. That seems like a lifetime ago. I mean, I would drive down there and I'd see all the trucks. But anyway, long story short, you attract people that are you and Lisa are really just faithful and amazing people, and even you have such support around you because people want to see you succeed, and you aren't doing this in a selfish way. You guys have built your businesses on a community way, not just because of what you and Lisa, because you brought community together and you have a great community behind you for years. So we all want to see you guys succeed. Like to even be a part of this, and just applause to you and Lisa. But you guys have the heart, and you are doing it not for yourselves. You're doing it for your employees. You're doing it for the community around you. And you have always been that way. So I also think the relationships that you've talked about is good people attract good people. And these are the people who are behind you and want to see you guys continue to succeed.
Thank you. You know, there's a verse in the Bible, and I use the verse, but it says, to whom much is given, much is required. And we've been blessed. We've been blessed for 31 years. All the communities, Rockland, Roseville, Citrus Heights, Lincoln, Loomis. I mean, that core group people, they have hung with us, stuck with us. When we've blown it, when we've showed up late, when we, blew their food for at the restaurant, or we made a mistake, they have supported us, and they just said, yes, we're there for you guys.
Thank you. Is there anything that you want to touch on that we haven't talked about? Anything to expect this summer or anything different? Or...
You know what? It would take too long. I know we're running out of time. We've got some great new stuff coming down.
Okay.
We're going to be doing, we've made some submissions, we've submitted some architectural drawings to the city. We've got things that we're trying to do.
Things are coming up.
We're looking at different properties and stuff. We're having a good time. You know what? If I go out, I'm going to go out building something.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
really,
welcome.
for
Thank
every...
you.
Thank
It was great,
so
Jill.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen.
I'm so appreciative. So thank you everybody for joining Half Hour Power Hour, and I think it really was an hour, and I know we did it at a different time than normal, but I really wanted to focus on the kind of the lunch hour, and I know we were taking up Randy's time. So thank you so much for those of you for your continued support. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. You can even join our Half Hour Power Hour group, and you will see everything repeated on Facebook. And don't forget, I'm also on YouTube, because we have to keep going and going and going with all this stuff. So, but just as you guys know, we are in segment 3 of our summer series. So part 2, after you eat all this wonderful food, and maybe you kind of put in too many COVID calories, next week join us on episode 2, because we are going to have an expert in exercise and health. And that's going to be a huge surprise. And what's neat about this next coming week is this is something that your entire family can do together. And that's really cool. So if you want to get that svelte body back in shape for the summer, join us next week. And thank you all for your support. And remember, just be kind, and one smile, one gesture a good gesture can make a difference in somebody's life, because you never know what somebody is facing today, or even your server who's coming with a smile. You never know what that person could be doing in their personal life. One smile can make a difference. Be kind, be blessed. Thank you so much, and thank you,
Amen.
Randy.
Amen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.